with the armies we currently have, that might be really, really bad. Because the Reich will get half of the armies, and the Kaiserreich to be will get the other half of the armies. So that might be pretty bad. There's one thing I wanted to try, is just to delete all the armies and see what happens. Well, actually, with the armies we have right now, I don't want that. Not at all. Can I do a fallback line and put that, let's say, oh, I don't know. No, not there. Down here. Let's go there. Yes, I can. That's a field marshal fallback line. That's cool. Like that. Because then I can just move all these armies over here with one click as soon as we get to that point where that's necessary. So at least I have them in place. I think that's good. And we do have that one skill that lets us probe the attack without losing... Skirmisher? Yeah, probing attack without losing the entrenchment. Exactly. So that might be a good thing. It's too early for that. Still, radar is not my thing. It's a little early for that, unfortunately. I would really like to do so. We could commit to this right now. That would be pretty cool. We could get a little more oil. It's just one. Awesome. It's another one, another one, another one. I mean, eventually that pays off, but it's a lot of research that goes into that. Too early by a year. Anything here we want? Well, for the tanks you want the maintenance company, definitely. I also like to have signal companies. Those two I don't really mind. We do have the manpower and we do have the production to just make sure we have all the things we need. But that will be good for the tanks, because tanks are expensive to produce and they take a long time. What else? Oh yeah, we need to work on getting that churn out as soon as possible. This is too early, this has been worked on. So for now, let's just make sure we get all the production we can. Raise the cap. Raise the bar! Didn't I? I did. And then I did this, and then this reset for some weird reason. That has always been an issue. I don't know. Align hungry. Perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna get back into that later. An extra synthetic refinery is actually quite nice, and a 70% research bonus for synthetic resources, so instead of 149 days, it's, what, 20? 30? 40? Something like that. 30, probably. That would help? It's not that bad. We do have some refineries, we're producing some, so that's just free stuff, but it takes 70 days to do. I want to do that. What else do I want to do? We need army innovations, right? Research bonus for land doctrine. Treaty with the USSR gives us the Panzer III. And then army innovation gives us more research bonus for land doctrine and the Panzer IV. That is really a thing we want. Let's start this, and then we do the other three, and then we move over to our political tree and see what we can do. Have you started your purges yet? It's probably a bit early, right? Oh, they're working on it. A little bit early, see? I know my history. What are you doing? You just started moving down there. It's perfect. So, you are up to 24, which means... did we only train one of those? That is stupid. I wanted two. Alright, well, whatever. Not a war, it's not that much of a thing. There you go. Should all be good. We don't have the equipment or anything else that we need right now. For 82 days. Don't even care. Right, got that guy. Is there anything else in here we want? War industrialist for the military construction. Yes, eventually that comes in handy. Not right now, though. We're not going to convert anything. Never did, never will. It's just not a thing. It's just not worth the money you invest. Current ruling party is fascist. 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 Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. So we can do that guy and probably that guy, and that's pretty much it out of all of this. Yeah, we could do that guy as soon as we get to Westwall, which is like the last thing I want to do. We're good on limited conscription right now, that's good. I'm not going to change anything here because we need the extra output and the research reduction, all of that. So I guess we should probably prepare for this. As soon as we get to researching the tanks, we do want this bonus to be in effect, right? Still going to take like 70 days to get there, but in 70 days we will not get another 150 power to do this, so we should probably do it right now. Which one? Heavy tank designer will give us more armor, more hard attack. Reliability and soft attack. Max speed and reliability. I'm going to go for that one. It's just, you know, 10% reliability you can't beat. That's just the way it is. It's less stuff you need to produce, more tanks you can support. Done. Don't worry about it. That's the way we're going to do it. And then we're also going to go for Erwin Rommel as soon as we have army innovations. See, that's what we needed. Available as Chief of Army. Why doesn't it say available as command staff for Rommel? Chief of Army is over here, right? That's that guy. Ooh, division speed. Yeah, great. Army innovations and division speed when they were going heavy tanks? I don't know. Well, to be honest, at this time they were going medium tanks. They had the Panzer... Panzer? Yeah, I'm German. Panzer! Panzer 1, Panzer 1 and Panzer 2, which were light tanks. And then they went over to the 3, which was the first medium. The Panzer 3 was introduced, I believe, to counter the M3 Lee and similar tanks down here in Africa. And then the Panzer 4 came into play when the Americans put in the Shermans as their lend-lease to Britain. And then we had the whole Russia thing, and they introduced the Panther, the Panzer 5, and Panzer 6, the Tiger. The Panther for the T-34 and the Tiger for the KV-1. Just to be able to, you know, withstand their shells and penetrate the armor. That I don't care about, thank you. Just, yeah, okay. Whatever. Learning history with Scryptar, always good. We just got another factory, I saw that. I saw that ticking up there. If you didn't see it, you know, rewind. It's just 10 seconds or so. Alright, we need to get ready to produce more stuff, it seems. That is never a bad thing. So where could we? This is still 70%, 60, 70. I guess infrastructure is the next thing we really need to do. I want to get these up to 80 because Germany, and we can do it, and that's why. That's all I need. I clicked there, not there, and then it lagged, and then it made me click down there, it seems. Okay, so let's start in the west. Because spoiler, that is our core territory right now. This will go to the German Reich as soon as we go to war. They will have Berlin and we will have West Germany. That's also our core territory. This is all maxed out, so no need to worry about this. Do we need more factories? We have 61, and we're using almost 40 of those. Oh, it's good. It's not good, but it's good. And, you know, civilian factories is stuff you capture when you get other countries. Military factories is what everybody's short on. Thank you. The thing here is, I could start that right now, but it says if for the effects, and that if isn't a thing right now, so... And it doesn't say it does it retroactively, right? No, it does it right now, when that focus is finished. And if Hungary is not in a faction, and if Romania is not in a faction, then it's just not gonna happen. I think. And if that happens, I mean, I know if they join the faction like 10 years later, it's not gonna happen then. It's too late. So we can't do that. But we have the button available now, we can do it whenever, which is great. So we can now start and do something else. I like it. Go here. Oh, I could have left that open because I need that. That should be pretty much up to speed now. Also gonna do that, and I think this is gonna go to those guys. Don't worry about that too much right now. And then we're just gonna max out in all the factories. Yup. And see what happens afterwards. We should have dispersed industry, so we will get more factory slots. Jawohl. That's what it is. Leadership purges. Now would be the time to attack the Soviet Union. They will never be this vulnerable again. Minus 50%. Training time goes up. Land doctrine research time goes up. Everything that... yeah. Chinese United Front forms, which now is a focus tree thing. Now we get all of these. And there goes that. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Come on. There it is. Declare war first, Marco Polo later. This is what I'm currently doing in my multiplayer, which I streamed yesterday, and which on YouTube will be alternating with this series every second day. So you're welcome to watch that. I think war economy is better. Better than what? Better than that? Yeah, it's not gonna work. If I switch to war economy here, using 150 political power, we are not at war, we don't have enough war support. The population will switch it back. Or did you mean gaining war economy through this button? That would be a thing, sure. You know, the only thing that really does is better military factory construction speed and less consumer good factories. I mean, yes, okay, we lose 5% more factories right now. 5% out of, what do we have, 60? That's what, 2 factories? I just produced 2 factories. It's fine. I can do that. And, you know, that equalizes itself pretty much. Or, you know, you need 3 or 4 factories. I don't care. We get those. That's not much of a difference. Military factory construction speed, yes, that definitely is a difference, because getting 10% or getting 20% is definitely a difference, but, yeah... As soon as we go to war, we can always go to war economy for 150 political power. That's not that much. I'd rather spend 150 political power to switch to these bonuses. And if it doesn't work out, I just lose that. If I now just use this focus and it doesn't stick because we're not at war, and it's wasted. Completely wasted, because the rest of the bonus we get here, the 6 factories, don't balance out these 16. Yeah. Very, very nice to have that. I would really like to go and do the next one, but we're getting 2 research bonuses for land doctrine, so we're gonna hold off on that one. How much longer? Yeah, that's more than 30 days, otherwise I would have held off on research altogether and waited for it. I think we're gonna do something quick in between. Quick! Air quotes, you can't see my fingers. We're gonna do this one. Alright, power. All the power. We're also getting close to being able to do the next fighter model, isn't that so? Yeah, relatively close, 1940, it's only 3 years away. Oh, Scryptar, what are you talking about? I thought it was 37, 38. It is not. So it's no use selecting a fighter company stuff right here. It's no use doing anything here. It's no use doing anything there. So that leaves us with all of this. I think if we're going full bonus on military doctrine research, we might as well just go in here and get that guy. First of all, we get an extra 10% speed, and we lose another 7% on the research time. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do the others. One after the other. We have time. There might also be something in here that we want. I don't see anything right now. That's all pretty much... Getting this extra building slot, that's pretty much endgame stuff, I think. Unless you have a territory where you've maxed out your resources and you just want to get that little bit more. Because that would basically give it to you. We will use anti-communist raids and stuff like that, or anti-fascist raids. Yeah, we will use that when we want to switch over to monarchy, which is non-aligned. Which will still take a little bit. I think we have to do it before 51, which is, you know, the game will be over by then anyway. When does Wilhelm II, Kaiser Wilhelm II, officially die? Oh, that was still in 44, right? 43, 44? Was before the fall of the German Reich, I know that. I think it was before D-Day. I didn't see that happening anymore. Ah, look it up on Wikipedia. I don't care. He's hiding out somewhere here. Somewhere over here. Can't pronounce the name of the city, and you know, it's on the tip of my tongue, but not far enough on the tip of my tongue to actually tell me what it is. So, won't help. You're almost done. That's nice. We want to continue training. We could. I'd rather train more tanks. How are we on tanks now? Oh, looking good on tanks. Also on motorized. That's perfect. Train. We probably can barely afford to do 2. We have 6. So we need 18. So we need 9 of these. Go here. Deploy on that guy. Which we will have to redo as soon as we redo the front line. But yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Nice. Army innovations. Treaty with the USSR. It's one of those things. They do gain their old war goal on Poland, and if you don't do the treaty with them, they might just, you know, declare war on you at some stage, and I don't know. We will definitely do it because we need the research bonus. We want to do it right now, that's the question. Yes, we do. We want the tank. And this didn't give us any tank. So, that one it is. Dispersed industry is done. We can continue down here, or we can just use the slot that just went available to us and just do this. Now we're gonna go tank army, so it's not even talk about it. We're gonna go blitzkrieg right away. That is almost done. You are going to go back in here. Continue doing that. We should now have some more slots for building available. That's perfect. Show all of these will be 100% territories, so we will continue building all the things. You are 100% already, so might as well. Yeah, and then we're running out of resources. Good! We need to get the Civil War done sometime soon. That would be good. That also might give us a chance to switch to war economy. And then we see what happens. Civil War will bump these two up quite heavily, so we don't really have to worry about it that much. There's nothing in here. Anyway. This can wait a little bit. This is an ahead of time penalty reduction. You want that as soon as you can, because obviously if you get 100% reduction, you don't get any penalties. So if you can do a 1940 tank in 1936, you want to do that straight away. So as soon as you can get that, perfect. Should have probably done that first. I don't know. This is just a 50% reduction for the actual research. So if there's an ahead of time penalty to get to Panzer IV, that will still be there. It will just be reduced by 50%. Which is still good, but it's not as awesome. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, it's a 1939 tank, so we are almost at 38, so reduction is not that much. Base is 200 days. We get a little off that, so it will be done in, I don't know, 160, 170 days. If we don't get the penalty, that's okay. This one is at 804 days, so it will be done in what, 400 something days? For 41, so we will have that in 39. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. Having that tanks makes a difference. Well, it's also more expensive than the previous one. So, Alright, could do that. It's ahead of time. Costs a year. Could do that. We don't have anything to convert because we're currently using light tanks and we're switching over to mediums. Once we start producing the Panzer III and we move over to the Panzer IV, then we have something to convert and it actually makes sense. So, that is not a thing right now. Almost 38. I'm tempted to go with these, although we're not fighting any wars right now. This has been worked on. This is pretty much already up to speed. I think we're gonna go down here and just continue this. Needs to be done. And a little bit of a penalty for like 2 months. Yeah, I don't care. It will all work out in the end. Quite good. I like it. So, now that we've just selected something in electronics, we could get electronics research time reduction, which is quite nice because they are all quite expensive. But getting our production up to speed quicker is better. This now actually does make sense because it's industrial research time and synthetics has a second branch now, so there's more to research, not just 3 things. So it does make sense to have that. Artillery, infantry, motorized. I still don't get the motorized thing.